Hey y'all, it's your girl Amber back on my YouTube today to do the next 6 signs. Day for yesterday, I did Capricorn, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, and Gemini. And I think, did I say Virgo? Yeah, I said Capricorn, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, Gemini. That's another sign I did. Oh, and Aries. Yeah. So, I can do the next 6 signs. Be mindful that I do general messages. I don't focus strictly and solely on love messages because of that. Yeah, I get a little too carried away when it comes to the love messages, especially when the readers will keep telling you constantly, oh, they're going to come back and this, that. Yeah, I'm not going to be one of them that keep basically boosting your head up. So y'all keep coming back to watch me because that's the easiest way for the readers to get the watchers to come back and continue to watch them just based off just strictly love readings. So I do general messages, whereas whatever comes out, that's the message that you may need to know. So take what resonates and leave what don't. So what I'm gonna do is out of this little bowl, I'm gonna pick whichever sign I'm about to do. So yeah, what's the first sign? So Cancer, my Cancerians, y'all the first time I'm gonna start on this afternoon, this rainy afternoon at that, because it's raining and shit. So Cancer, I wonder what message I have for you today. Cancer. You know, y'all see my hat. High Class Customs. My girls got down on it. It got my name on the infamous. The real one, not the fake one. First card, yeah. So I feel like, because this may be for a Cancer woman who have, or your sun sign can be Cancer, Moon, Venus, Rising, take the rest, maybe people don't. So basically, I feel like it's a female that's in their High Priestess energy, whereas they are standing in their power. They're being more grounded. They're very nurturing and caring. And they know what type of power that they hold. So I see that someone is basically standing in their power as the woman that they know they are. Yeah. It may possibly due to the simple fact it's like y'all working towards y'all goals, especially if it's in regards to your money. It's like you don't want slow and steady. It's like y'all moving, whereas y'all on some fast money type of hustling. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe at one point in time, finance was very stagnant for you and you weren't getting what you wanted, especially when it came to your money. So it's like now you're becoming more into your power, maybe because you know what type of person you are and the abilities that you do have. So it's like you on a different type of timing now. Let's see, Cancer. Cancer, what other messages I have for Cancer? And then since it is the end of the year, yeah, maybe because like I said, maybe you felt like you weren't satisfied when it came to your finances. So it's like now maybe you've been focusing more on what you want to do, especially as far as what career you want to have, just because of the simple fact, like, you are basically tired. Maybe you're tired of working a 9 to 5, or maybe you're tired of money isn't coming in as fast for you. And it's like, you know what type of person you are, and you know that you have the ability, but it's like now you came to your senses, whereas you're not. It's like playtime is over for you. Because like you're trying to get yourself together, and it's like you don't want to keep feeling and having like feel like you're lacking, or feel like you're not, may feel like you're probably behind. But remember, this is not a race, it's a marathon. So it's not, you're technically not behind, you're just moving at your own pace of things. And that's perfectly fine. Because like I tell everybody, like when you try to rush God's or divine timing, you're going to forever be delayed. So yeah, Cancer. Yeah, maybe because at one point in time, like you felt like you didn't have the necessary tools to bring into fruition what you want to do, especially if it is involved with you trying to either own your own business or do anything in regards to entrepreneurship. You probably felt like you didn't have that capability or the ability to move forward. But it's showing me that you are in that power. You have that type of ability. It's just that you are the ones that's holding yourself back in order for that to come into fruition for you, especially if you're trying to gain more when it comes to your financial stability. Yeah, and maybe you was trying to fight the change, because in fact maybe you felt like, you know, deep down you had to change some ways about you, especially if it's affecting how you move or how you make your money. It's like you were trying to avoid that change. But it's like now, since you have came to your senses, it's like you know that you have to change the way that you either communicate with others in order for those new opportunities to come into fruition for you, or just in general you have to make some type of changes so you'll be able to be where you want to be. Cancer. Okay. Remember I told y'all, always do not open up new doors. So yeah, you can't keep trying to avoid the change, especially if you want change to appear. Cancerians. Yeah, because in fact, your main focus is building a more financial stability for yourself, especially if it's in regards to your living situation. It's like you're trying to become more stable financially, so you'll be able to become more stable physically. And it may involve you dealing with other people or maybe another person, but at the same time, it's like your main focus right now is you getting yourself together financially, so you'll be able to gain that stability physically. Because right now you probably feel like things aren't working out in your favor, just because of something, like I said, you've been basically lacking, like holding yourself back from what you need to do, because maybe, like I said, maybe you feel like you didn't have the necessary tools or the resources around you in order for you to make that move. But you actually do. And if you work more, like you focus more on yourself and that stability, and continue to stand your ground and stand your ground and be more into your power, that lack will surely but slowly will remove itself from you. But at the same time, you are the one that's holding yourself back. Especially if you have other people involved, especially if your focus is also on like outside people, whereas you thinking like you probably, like I said, you probably feel like you aren't, how can I explain? Like I said, you probably feel like you are more behind than others. It's like you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, but in reality, you are right where you're supposed to be at. It's like this time, you're being guided to focus more on you, so you'll be able to get that career or that business that you want off the ground. But like I said, you can't want change if you're not trying to make the necessary changes in order for those changes to appear in the physical. So yeah, Cancer. Because like I said, I feel like this is for a Cancer female, just because of the fact you probably feel like you've been lacking your power or your authority. Just because of you probably watching everybody, like especially like on social media, and you probably feel like you don't have enough, or like I said, you are like behind. And guess what? You're not behind. You're right where you're supposed to be. Yeah. And that's why you probably feel like things are not balanced out for you, because in fact, you probably, like I said, you probably watching everybody that either you be around, the people that you be around, the environment, social media. It's like you probably wish that you were more ahead or more stable, because you probably see how everybody else is living and all that on social media. But like I tell everybody, social media is an illusion. You never know what they be having to do in order to get to where they're at. You feel me? So yeah, Cancer, like I said, story them again is that y'all have necessary tools and resources in order to bring that business off the ground, but at the same time you have to make certain changes in your life, whereas you need to learn how to network, open up more to people, to communicate, so those new opportunities and those new doors can be open for you. Or you're going to continue to be stuck and stagnant in this type of energy, whereas you're going to keep feeling like you're lacking or you're not where you're supposed to be, all because of the simple fact you rather watch everyone around you and how they move, and not knowing that they have to do out behind the scene works in order to get where they want to be. So yeah, Cancer, like I said, nothing's not going to change unless you are ready to make that change within yourself. It always starts with self first. So yeah, now next sign will be posted up next. So you should be on the lookout, because I don't know who I'm doing next after this Cancer read. So yeah.